Parents, grandparents, families, new cadets who will become the class of 2019, VMI staff, faculty, coaches, welcome to the Institute and welcome to the VMI family. I'm very pleased to spend a few minutes with you this afternoon on this, the opening day of the 2015-2016 academic year, VMI's 176th year, and the very beginning of your son or daughter's life as a VMI cadet. This morning we matriculated 495 cadets from 31 states and 5 foreign countries. 61% are from Virginia and 39% out of state. 53 are females. 80 are recruited NCAA athletes. 63.4% are majoring in math, science, and engineering. 36.6% in the liberal arts, with a grade point average of 3.62. It was a very selective and competitive admissions process this year. Congratulations to each of you. Joining me this afternoon is the senior leadership team at VMI, professionals with whom you and your cadet will soon become very familiar in the coming days, weeks, and months, and I will ask each of them to rise as their name is called. They are Brigadier General Jeffrey G. Smith, Jr., Deputy Superintendent of Academics and Dean of our faculty. General Smith is a 1979 graduate of the Institute, where he was a double major in biology and English. He holds a Master's of Science degree in National Security Strategy from the National War College and a PhD in English Literature from Princeton. General Smith became our dean following a 34-year career in the United States Army Signal Corps, where he held command positions at multiple levels. Brigadier General Robert L. Green, Deputy Superintendent for Finance, Administration, and Support. General Green graduated from VMI in 1967 and holds a Master's of Engineering from the University of Virginia. He saw service in Vietnam as a lieutenant of the 1st Infantry Division, and later was president of Wiley & Wilson, an engineering firm in Lynchburg. And he has held a number of posts to include teaching at the Institute over the years. Colonel William J. Vonovich, Commandant of Cadets. Colonel Vonovich is a 1987 graduate of VMI who assumed duties as Commandant last summer, following a very successful 27-year career in the United States Army, including the last 4 years as commander of VMI's Army ROTC detachment. Colonel Vonovich commanded numerous infantry units throughout his career, which included multiple combat tours in Iraq. Colonel Eric Hutchins serves as VMI's Deputy Athletic Director and Chief of Staff. He graduated from VMI in 1977, and then for the next 23 years undertook a career in the United States Army as an infantry officer, serving primarily in special operations and ranger unit assignments. In 2000, he returned to VMI to serve as Commandant of Cadets, a position he held for the next 7 years. Since 2007, he has served in VMI's athletic department as Chief of Staff and Deputy Athletic Director. Sergeant Major John Neal, Sergeant Major to the Institute and to the Corps of Cadets. An infantryman, he served 25 years on active duty in the United States Army with extensive service and experience in airborne units. He had 3 tours of duty in NATO, principally in Turkey, numerous operational deployments, and a previous assignment at VMI as Sergeant Major of the Army ROTC detachment. This academic year commences his 14th year as Sergeant Major to the Corps of Cadets, with close involvement in their discipline, appearance, the color guard, and new cadet military training program. Lieutenant Colonel Jeff Smith, it's the second Jeff Smith on the dais today, is an associate professor of economics and finance. He will serve as the class advisor to the class of 2019 during all 4 years of their cadetship. Lieutenant Colonel Smith retired from the Air Force in 2011. He is entering his 5th year at the Institute and has become an integral member of the faculty and the Economics and Business Department. He received his PhD degree from the University of Tennessee in 2004. And also joining us this afternoon are Rob and Cheryl Hughes, co-chairs of the VMI Parents Council and residents of Richmond, Virginia. Their son Colin is a member of the VMI class of 2016. And I ask at this time that all Parents Council members, over 70 here in the audience, please stand. And I thank you for your outgoing support today and for all you do and will be doing this academic year. And lastly, Colonel James P. Inman, working today, here, VMI's Chief of Staff, and a VMI graduate of the class of 1986. If you need to get someone after many times of trying everywhere, call Jamie Inman. A career Army officer with 27 years of service, he earned a Bachelor of Arts in English from VMI and holds master's degrees in the liberal arts from Louisiana State University and the National Defense University. A field artillery officer, he commanded an artillery battalion in combat, served as Chief of Staff of the U.S. Army ROTC Cadet Command, and commanded the National Capital Region Warrior Transition Brigade, responsible for all ill and injured soldiers in the National Capital Region. I mentioned a few moments ago that your sons and daughters, although they will become VMI cadets today, will not immediately become the VMI class of 2019. Let me explain. At most colleges, as soon as freshmen enroll in the institution, he or she is automatically a member of the class of a particular year, usually the year designating the anticipated graduation. At VMI, this designation is withheld from the entering class until it has met the challenges of our historic rat line and has been formally recognized by the upper three classes. Only then, and this will take place early in 2016, will your cadets truly enter the Corps of Cadets as the class of 2019. This tradition, like so many others at the Institute, emphasizes and reinforces the idea that VMI is more than just a collection of individual students. VMI is a tight-knit community, an organic community where a corporate spirit distinguishes it from most other colleges and universities. It is a military college. It is an institute, a community structured around academic excellence as well as military rules and regulations. Your cadet will certainly experience much of what their peers experience in civilian colleges. But we believe that at VMI there is a much greater focus for the entire community, greater seriousness of purpose, and greater emphasis placed on personal responsibility. It is the expectation that every cadet will develop self-discipline and self-control to a high degree. For many cadets, this will be a new experience, or an experience that they encounter only in the confines of their families. So it may take some time for them to become accustomed to these new challenges and expectations, just as it may take some time for them to become accustomed to other aspects of life in the Corps of Cadets. And as they write or call, email you about their new life at the Institute, their words and thoughts will reflect the important transition they will be going through in the coming weeks and months. Some of it may be mystified, such as some of the cadet and military terminology. But gradually you will see a transformation in your son or daughter that reflects them becoming members of this very special team. And during the next few weeks, indeed during the entire first year, which is known as the rat year, your sons and daughters will face many new challenges and experiences. For some, life here will be progress smoothly. For most, it will be a challenge, if not downright difficult. And for some, the experience will test them to the utmost, and we will do all that is possible to encourage your sons and daughters. We'll do all that is possible to help them succeed. But in the final analysis, each cadet must draw on his or her reserves of integrity, confidence, personal stamina, and determination. The path chosen is not an easy one. It will challenge them, it will cause them to grow and mature and strengthen their character. This has characterized the VMI education since the Institute began in 1839. And you know, thousands have gone before them. But life as a cadet is not just a set of trials and tribulations. Classmates soon get to know each other. And as people say today, they will bond. The brotherhood spirit will eventually spread over the entire class, and individuals will begin to depend on others for friendship, help, encouragement, and guidance. Class unity will grow, and this bond with their brotherats will last a lifetime. Cadets are also famous for the humor that they inject into this regimented life, and pride of accomplishment, whether it's at an inspection, on parade, in the classroom, or on the playing fields. They will grow. And I can tell you from personal experience now and watching this closely for over 50 years, by the time you return for Parents' Weekend, a short 8 weeks from now, your sons and daughters will be filled with the spirit of VMI. You will notice a change in them, a remarkable change, bearing, appearance, toughness, politeness, priorities, their very close friendships. And you know, the war stories will clearly also be on display. For today, you become a VMI cadet. Today, the exciting journey begins, which 4 years from now will culminate in graduation from VMI. One of you will be appointed as a regimental commander. Another will be selected by your class as its class president, which is a lifetime duty. And one of you will be voted to be president of our cherished honor corps. And a number of you will captain our athletic teams. 4 years from now, you'll be fully prepared intellectually, physically, fully prepared in character to pursue whatever personal goals that you have set. The 4 years will pass quickly, but the effects of your education and your life at the Institute will remain with you a lifetime. So today the journey begins, and we certainly, all of us at VMI, wish all of you the very, very best. I now call on Colonel Ivanovich, our Commandant of Cadets.
Thank you, sir. All right, everybody, breathe in deep, everybody. Let it relax. I was out to dinner at Palms last night with my wife. We were in a booth, and behind us, we heard a couple of students talking, and they were kind of bragging about their schools there. And the Virginia Tech student said, he says, up in my school, it takes 3 people to change a light bulb. One changes the bulb, and the other 2 talk about how we did it just as well as they did down at UVA. So the UVA guy says, well, at UVA, just one of us stands up and holds the bulb up, and the entire world revolves around us until it's So the VMI guy pipes up and he says, look, one rat is screwing the bulb in, one upperclassman's yelling at him for not doing it fast enough, another upperclassman's yelling at him for not using the right wattage, and one sending him up to the rat disciplinary because it went out in the first place. It's going to be all right. I'm Colonel Bill Wanovich. I'm the Commandant of Cadets. I graduated in 1987 and began my Army career from here for 27 years. That was supposed to end last summer, with me taking a 4 to 6 month hiatus, growing a mountain man beard, traveling the country in a Winnebago, and eating hot dogs and beans. Instead, my last day in the Army became my first day at VMI, and a little bit different responsibility. It has truly been for me a distinct privilege and honor to be affiliated with VMI in this capacity. And I can tell you, I truly believe I have the best job of any college administrator in the United States of America. I'm a good news, bad news kind of guy. So the good news is I'm the last speaker before we get started. And the bad news is my wife's cooking one of my favorite meals tonight, and I'm probably going to miss it. So you probably thought I was going to say something different. The reality is, the good news is there is no bad news. This is going to be a great experience. It's tough, but it's going to be a great experience, and there's a great cadre that are here. As you can well imagine, moving or doing anything with 495 to 500 people isn't easy. And as I walked around all this morning and talked to so many different people, it's very easy and apparent that this process is good. It's excellent. It's smooth. It's well coordinated. There are plenty of people that provide clear instruction and direction. People are not rushed. Things are done correctly. They're done to a high standard. All that participate are knowledgeable about the job they're doing. They're competent. They're professional. They're rehearsed. And I think it says quite a lot about VMI. If you really take a good look around, every agency performs in that manner on post. The grounds look right. The buildings are clean. They're operating and everything is well marked. You see that professionalism from the moment that you get here. In every facet of today's journey, whether it was the admin process, the dean's office, our faculty, the ROTCs, coaches, teams, agencies from outside of VMI and on VMI on the second floor of Crozet Hall, to the servers and preparers of food on the first floor of Crozet Hall. But especially in all of our cadets and our cadre. I hope that what you take away from that instills in you a very strong confidence in how we operate here. I hope that you're experiencing a strong sense of teamwork and professionalism that you would expect your son or daughter to receive throughout their VMI experience, throughout their cadetship. If you have, I just ask that you take just a second and let's show some appreciation to all the folks that have contributed to today's experience. My experience from this past week couldn't have been any better. These are the best 2 weeks of VMI. Cadre week and matriculation week. Absolutely the best. The cadet cadre are focused, and they want to train your sons and daughters. They're committed to the ideals and the mission of the Institute, and really, without any extra incentives, have been carefully selected. And they wanted to come back here. They want to be here to go through this process. They want to be here as leaders. They want to be here as mentors, coaches, trainers, and instructors. They strive to be role models for the cadets that enter today. They desire success, and they'll work very hard to uphold the high standards and the traditions of Virginia Military Institute. Know this: easy happens somewhere else. The easy way is for someone else to do. Anyone can do what is easy. Anyone. And nothing in life worth doing or having has ever come the easy way. By virtue of your decision to be here today, you're declaring that you want to be challenged, that you desire to be pushed to your limits, and oftentimes beyond. And in every facet, in every area of discipline, academics, fitness, military bearing, integrity, selfless service to others, and honor. You're telling us that you don't want what your peers have at other colleges, not what they're doing, that you prefer to go on that path less traveled. You want to be part of something special at a place that is no ordinary college and among people who want no ordinary life. Let me give you 2 guarantees, and listen carefully because there aren't many guarantees in life. The first is simply this: if you want that challenge is what you'll get. The second is a guarantee for success. Always give your very best effort. Perform to your highest capability. Be a great teammate. And never, ever, ever quit. I wish you an incredible amount of success in the days and the weeks and the months and the years to come. I'm committed to your success. I want to see great VMI cadets through this process, and I look forward to your success throughout this year. Regimental Commander, post!
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Virginia Military Institute. My name is Cameron Hall Aug. I'm the Regimental Commander, Cadet First Captain of the Corps Cadets. I'd like to begin by addressing the parents. As you look at your sons and daughters, understand that you are looking at direct reflections of yourself. They carry with them the principles and values that you've instilled. You should take immense pride in what they've achieved to come here and what they are choosing to undergo. Our process of molding your sons and daughters is quite possibly the toughest challenge that they will have faced thus far. They will need your continued support over the next few months and into the coming years. I am humbled to be leading them and can assure you that they are in the competent and professional hands of my cadets. Men and women who I ideal models of cadets and guardians of the Rat Line. For the Rat Mass 2016+3, I commend you on your decision to attend VMI. We live in a world where integrity, hard work, and selflessness have been given up for shortcuts, greed, and a sense of entitlement. Most people have no idea what sacrifice really feels like. They don't understand the meaning of working wholeheartedly for something that can only be earned. Our society is in desperate need of men and women who provide the core values that VMI instills. And you've taken the first steps to answer that call. One day you may join the ranks of our alumni, who've excelled in every walk of life. They've been molded by the rigors of VMI, and in turn, have become the world's finest citizens and soldiers. As vast and far-reaching as their accomplishments may be, the foundation of their success lies within the very grounds that you now walk. You are about to enter a system unlike any other. No program can achieve the balancing act seen here at VMI. An uncompromising regimental and class system that work together, an excellent education from one of the nation's top undergraduate institutions, and the world's best honor code. But make no mistake, this system comes at a price. You're about to enter the hardest school in the country. No strangers to your left and right as you enter barracks. We come your strongest support system. You will be tested in ways that you could never imagine. But understand that for 176 years, that's before we have endured this system. Never forget that success is not guaranteed. I cannot promise that each of you will cross that stage in 4 years, but what I can promise is that you will all be given the tools needed to excel. If I were to offer one piece of advice to be successful at VMI, it would be to approach everything with the mentality that you will not be outworked. You will be judged on the effort that you put forth and the personal resolve that you display. Embrace what is in store for you over the next 4 years. Greatness is upon you, and I expect that you act like it. When the days become dark and that inner voice begins to torment your thoughts, just remember that you are now part of the finest institution that this world has to offer. Remember the reasons you came to VMI and the principles that guided you here. As President Theodore Roosevelt once said, it is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who at the best, in the end, knows the triumph of high achievement, who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that he shall never rest with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Rats, it's your time to enter the arena. Good luck. Alpha Company Commander, post!
Alpha Company Corporals, post! I am the Alpha Company Commander. I am Cadet Captain Jack P. Crowley. I'm responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. With the help of my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, all of you in the audience with the letter A on your tag, come to the floor and report to the company guidon. Alpha Company Rats! Fall in!
Bravo Company Corporal, post! I am the Bravo Company Commander. I am Cadet Captain Richard J. Drummerhausen. I'm responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. With the help of my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, all of you, with the letter B on your tag, come to the floor and report to the company guidon. Bravo Company Rats! Forward! Charlie Company Corporals, post. I am the Charlie Company Commander. I'm Cadet Captain W. Schaefer Wyman. I'm responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. With the help of my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, those of you in the audience with the letter C on your tag, come to the floor and report to the company guidon. Charlie Company Reds, fall in! Company Corporals, post! I am the Delta Company Commander. I am Cadet Captain Ryan H. Pachetti. I am responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. With the help of my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, all those in the audience with the letter D on your tag, come to the floor and report to the company guidon. Delta Company Reds, all in! Company Corporal, post!
I am the Band Company Commander. I am Cadet Captain Joseph Lemagna. I am responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. With the help of my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, all of you in the audience with the letter ED on your name tag, come to the floor and report to the company guidon. And company record, hold!
On my command, all of you in the audience, letter E on your name tag. Come to the floor to report to the company guideline. Echo company rest. Hold it. Echo company, power range, rest. Action company, corporal, out. I'm the Foxtrot Company Commander. I'm Cadet Captain Matthew D. Dorito. I'm responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. To help my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, all of you in the audience with the letter F on your tag, come to the floor, report to my company guideline. Foxtrot Company rest! Aye! Company, parade, and all company corporals, out. Captain Jacob L. Cohn. I am responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. With the help of my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, all of you in the audience with the letter G on your tag, come to the floor and report to the company guideline. All company rest. Always. Hotel Company Corporal! Oath! I, the Hotel Company Commander, I am Cadet Captain Ethan J. Zebra. I am responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. With the help of my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, all of you in the audience with the letter H on your tag, come to the floor and report to the company guide on. Hotel Company Rep, fall in!
You Company Corporal, house! I am the Indian Company Commander. I am Cadet Captain Dominic J. Mutter. I'm responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. To help my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, all of you in the audience with the letter I on your tag, come to the floor and report to my company guide on. Indian Company Reps, fall in!
Sounds. Yeah. I'll talk to them this week. All right.